Welcome to the Class 43 experience, the last HSTs in the UK. These ScotRail sets consist of two 43 power cars and Mark III coaches. Well, starting with the seats, they have pull-out tables in front which allow you to eat your food and allows extra space. The seats were quite hard, they weren't the best. And the armrests, well, it's just an armrest. Below the seats there are plug sockets so you can charge your devices. Whilst aboard these Class 43s, you will find a person wheeling a trolley, allowing people to have food and drink whilst travelling. This was my journey from Stirling to Aviemore. It's just a lovely part of Scottish rail. And yeah, it was a very nice journey. The seats, it could have been better, but they are Mark III coaches after all. And yeah, overall, it was a nice experience. But there's far more to these coaches than just the buffet, the seats, the plug sockets, and the armrests. We then arrived at our first stop, which was very snowy. It was Pitlochry Station, and it was quite nice because seeing snow on platforms with a 43 going through it was a very nice experience. We then left Pitlochry at some speed through the snow and through the mountain range. It was a nice little cottage, and yeah, but cottage village is one of those two. But it was a nice little area with residential areas there, and yeah, it came to the end to have a look at the doors and what's around it. And yeah, there's some controls here, the train lights, it's got a little panel there, and the door operations, and there is a fire extinguisher. I was in carriage B, as it says over there. And these coaches are very spacious. That's what I do like about them. As we come flying through a station, and the 43 sounded very, very nice. Just powering past these stations, it's like there was no stopping it. I did a little carriage walkthrough, but first I stopped at the other side, and where it explains what Inter7 City actually means. It has a nice quote on the map, and it shows every city where these trains go, where you can experience these Scottish cities of Inverness, Dundee, Aberdeen, Perth, Glasgow, Edinburgh, and where I got the train from, which was Stirling. In carriage C, there was an emergency door release along with the regular door release, and bins with a catchphrase on it telling people and encouraging people to use the bins. On these trains there are bike storage units everywhere, which allows you to, it's really inclusive, it allows you to get on the train with your bike and have a set place to put it, which I thought was a very nice touch. There was still one part that I was desperate to see, which I normally do on my short reviews, and it was the bathroom. It was very, very clean, but slightly dark in there, but that doesn't really matter. please do disturb was one of the things that was said there if there was anything suspicious going on. All the transport stuff, yeah. The floor was not in the best of conditions. I had to watch my step because I didn't want that all over my shoes, because no, it certainly took away from the experience of the train. But I decided to walk through the very spacious carriages with 2 sets of lights on the side, or on the side of the top of the roof anyway. And yeah, there was luggage storage and a buffet carriage with, well, it was a cafe, and through there was first class. We then reached one of the doors where there was an emergency brake, I think it was, that in an emergency would be alarmed if pulled.
I will be the best.
As we got closer to our destination, Aviemore, you could see some mountains that were blanketed in snow and some nice farmland. This piece of line had some semaphore signals in still, which was very interesting to look at because I don't see many of them often. The sunset was very nice, and there's a lot of track work going on here, which I think led into another station. Yes, it did. As our next stop was Aviemore, I decided to go closer to the door to make sure I can get out first so I can record the whole train departing. As I waited an age for the door to open, everybody began to disembark the train at Aviemore station, where we were, into the snow, which is the reason why I was walking so quickly, so I can catch our train 43124 in the snow. I overall found it a great experience to get on one of these HSTs, especially knowing that they are the last ones in the UK. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the Class 43 experience. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll hopefully see you all in the next one.